Alright guys, what's up? I figured I'd show you guys this. So I just got back from vacation. And I had this waiting for me in the mail. And as you can see, it's a Krieghoff Einstecklauf 18-inch, which Einstecklauf is, they're popular in Germany. And it's essentially a barrel liner with its own extractor that hooks onto the extractor of your drilling. And so I could shoot 22 mag here. And so let me show y'all. So anyways, it's 22 mag, then the extractor for the empty when you open it. But anyways, this Fortuna drilling here I got was actually cut for a liner. So they're usually always in the right barrel from what I've seen. So see how the extractor there is kind of cut and notched? And the reason they're in the right barrel, I would assume, is so you could use the set trigger that also fires the rifle. And there's a wedge here. So you slide it in, and then you adjust the screw here, which I'm using an Allen key. It's actually square, but I don't have like a square wrench, so an Allen key will work fine. And what it does is it pushes on this wedge, which like locks it in the barrel. Then these screws here adjust these here, which I don't know if it messes with this wedge or this one. I don't know. But I know these screws here are for your elevation. And these ones here are for your windage. So you basically put this in the gun, and then you, so I'll demonstrate it. It's also has like a little O-ring there. But you slide it in the gun, and then you make all your adjustments on this. So let's do it here. That screw's supposed to be like the very bottom, like that. So I'm gonna pause it and tighten it up here. So give me a second. So I got it in here. And as you can see, like when you open it, the extractor that would normally extract your rifle and double shotgun grabs on this extractor built into the barrel insert, so that way you don't have to like pull your shells out, which is cool. But which is also why they say like there's some fitting that needs to be done. But they're like a really, really neat concept. And now it makes this gun like truly versatile. It's going to be a tedious process though to get it zeroed, because you make all your adjustments on this and you adjust the liner to the point of impact on your sights for your rifle and slugs. I guess you would call it regulation, but so the rear trigger fires this barrel when I'm in the rifle mode, and which is like that. And with slugs they're regulated for 100 yards. So at 100 yards with slugs, it's pretty on the money. I would say softball sized. Maybe a little bigger. Maybe because Foster slugs are not the most accurate. And then I tried Brenner keys in these Federals, and these Federals seem to work better. But I could probably hit a basketball every time at 100, which is you know, good enough for a slug gun. Slugs aren't very accurate. But anyways, you regulate all of them, and then you have like a truly versatile gun. So with this, I have a center fire, 7x57, the rim fire, 22 mag, and then the shotgun. And the reason I wanted that for this gun is because it's actually cut for an insert, as I showed you. But then it has this ammo holder, so I can fit 22 mags in there. And I got a hold of Krieghoff. If you want to get one of these, you have to basically deal with Germans, because you're probably not going to find one in America. And I got a hold of Krieghoff, Pennsylvania. And I'll try to see if I can like edit this to include the email they sent me. But anyways, they have them in and they want $3,000 for one of these inserts, which is, you know, cool to have, but definitely to me not worth $3,000. So I went the used route from Germany. Krieghoff, the cool thing about them is you can get it in quite a few calibers, and then they have full length barrel liners along with these short ones, and then they even have a shorter one, but I went with the 18-inch. But anyways, they're very popular in 22 Hornet, which I was thinking about getting because I do like 22 Hornet, but I was like, 22 mag, it's way easier to get in America. Get it anywhere, and it's good enough for what I want. Because I'm probably not going to be doing too much like predator calling or predator hunting with this. It's going to be mainly just like an all-around gun when I'm going out hunting. And yeah, I may not keep this in full-time too, because since it's notched and everything to fit in the same spot, once I get this moderated or regulated, I should be able to take it out and put it in, and it should always hit with the sights, you know. It should hit true to the sights. But they're pretty neat. They're a lot neater than like the cheap American, you know, single shot shotgun inserts. And this is a 16 gauge, so it's also hard to find the American single shot shotgun inserts with no extractor or anything. A lot of them don't even have rifling and 16 gauge. But figured I'd show you all this because, like I said, it was waiting for me when I got home from our vacation, and it's a pretty neat concept. It makes this gun truly versatile for everything. With this gun, these combination guns and drillings, like the reason I like them so much is because you could hunt everything in North America, every single thing. In now even more so, but with a shotgun and a high-powered rifle, you could also hunt everything. It's just now I got a 22 mag for you know, varmints and whatever. But these are the rounds, the 7x57 rimmed, which is a pretty big round. Anyone who knows bullets knows the projectile normally goes the whole length of the neck on the case, and then sometimes even in the powder a little bit. So this is like at least an inch long, probably a little longer. 173 grain, so that's, you know, not really something to take lightly. It's a pretty powerful round. I was reading about a guy named Bell with a 7x57 Mauser, which is pretty much the same as this, but not rimmed. And he was an ivory hunter, and he killed, I think it was like 1,011 bull elephants with one, taking headshots, in with 173 grain ammo. So I thought that was a pretty cool story. But all right, guys, it's the Krieghoff Einstecklauf barrel insert in the Fortuna drilling. And I also got this little sling for it. I'm gonna have to make a video shooting it, especially with this insert, but so far I experimented with buckshot, slugs, two types of slugs, the Brennickys and the Federals, then bird shots, and then two types of 7x57 ammo. One was 140 grain PPU, then these heavier ones, which it shoots the heavier ones better, but it's been very, very impressive. It's a very accurate gun. I like everything about it. It's going to be my user this year. The sights are right on the money. This is the buckshot I got. It's Federal #1. It's the only buckshot I could find is #1. I bought several boxes. I was able to get of the big value 25 round boxes of the Aguilas. So I got those too. I don't know though if I'm going to use buckshot in it for deer. I'll probably use a slug, the rifle round, and then probably 2 slugs. I'll probably take that out when I'm deer hunting, but I don't know yet because I do see a lot of coyotes and stuff. So if I could get that regulated, you know, I'll probably leave it in. But that's the Einstecklauf with the built-in extractor. But all right, guys, thanks for watching.